starting to say that just have the numbers that Usyk and Dubois are getting?
How much?
132.
Damn.
Wait, 32 and 71. Yeah, look at the numbers. 132 million and 71 million. Yo, that's crazy.
I thought we said numbers. I thought you meant views.
No,
Numbers.
Numbers for purses.
I thought it landed precise. We worked on that shot for a long time in camp, so we pulled it off, and yeah, I feel like they robbed me out of that.
Yeah, you feel like you're robbed from a victory?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it a weakness? Does he have a weakness to the body, Usyk? I hear people talking about it all the time. He still hasn't been beat, but
yeah.
Is there a weakness there?
There might be. I think he's been down a few times with body shots, so yeah, there's definitely. This time I got to throw this kitchen sink at him, land everywhere.
Listen, Daniel now is a world champion. Yeah, for me, first it's Tyson Fury, second Anthony Joshua, and then is Daniel Dubois.
And do you think this Dubois is a much better Daniel Dubois than the first one you fought?
I have no idea. Now Dubois world champion. Yeah, a little bit.
Can't see Daniel not catching Usyk, and if he catches Usyk, could hurt him. I've watched him spar. I've seen some behind the scenes stuff. I've peeked behind the curtain, if you like, and he is in incredible shape, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, this is the best version of Daniel Dubois there's ever been. This simply isn't the best version of Alexander Usyk. It can't be, it isn't. Go and argue with yourself. It's not. You can't be the best version of yourself at 38. No matter how you lived a life. I don't care if you are a nun. I don't care if you've never taken a drop of alcohol. I don't care if you've never had a tough fight in your life. 38 is 30.
No, you started to say that just have the numbers that Usyk and Dubois are getting?
How much?
132. Wait, 32 and 71.
The countdown is on, and the stakes have never been higher. Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, the Sedent, is more than just a rematch. It's a shot at redemption, revenge, and legacy. Let's talk numbers. According to Joe Rogan, Usyk is set to earn $132 million, while Dubois will bank $71 million. That's $199 million. Between them, nearly double what most top UFC cards pull in total revenue.
Dubois, especially with the last couple of wins that he's had and the knockout against Anthony Joshua, his confidence is going to be there. He's going to start believing. He's younger, he's fresher, he's going to have a lot more to give and show. And because it's a good fight now, you know why? Because when he fought the first time, he really wasn't a name when he fought Usyk. And it's caught with that body shot. He knows he can hurt him. He thinks it was a legit body shot that put him down. But it got counted as giving him time. It was a low shot. But at the same time, I think Dubois now is a different fighter to what he was the first fight. So now
Yeah, I agree.
I think he'll give big. But then again, Carl, you know, fighters like that who might have more confidence and they'll go into that fight against someone like Usyk and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this more now. I'm going to try this more. I'm more confident. I'm more of a better fighter. They're the ones that might get outclassed even easier. Maybe because when he was fighting him the first time, he was careful. He was smarter. He knew, he was very cagey, thinking, I don't know what I'm going to expect. I'm fighting the best ever, you know what I mean? In Usyk, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But now, because he might be overconfident, or he might think, I've got his number, I know how to beat him, and he opens up a little bit more, he'll end up getting caught more, he might get hurt more. Might be an easier fight for Usyk.
So, we've seen them do the wrong things in the past. We've seen him take a knee, whatever have you. But the best way to explain Daniel Dubois is he's a 27-year-old veteran. He's experienced everything the boxing can throw at him. He's been dropped, he's been down, he's been stopped, and he's found a way back. And he's now on the back of his biggest ever victories. He's on his best ever run. You know, the victory over AJ was something else. I think Daniel Dubois' big chance here is the first six.
He carries his power like you're right.
It's all the problems are all up here, because I think as a fighting specimen, as an athletic specimen, the boy.
And boxing isn't just alive, it's thriving, but This rematch isn't about money, it's about unfinished business. In their first fight, Dubois dropped Usyk with a body shot in round 5, only for the ref to call it low. Usyk recovered and stopped Dubois in the 9th, but controversy still surrounds that moment.
I'm sad for it.
Final one, Usyk, Dubois or Anthony Joshua, who would you rather fight, just hypothetically?
Who would I rather fight right now? Usyk. Because I want me revenge in England. That's all I want. I want a fair shout. And I don't believe I've got a fair shout the last 2 times. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do, because I can't leave it go to the decision. I think I'm going to have to knock the cunt out, but yeah, that's the one I want. But if I don't get that, then it'd be Joshua, the biggest British fight that will ever happen. And it would break all records, and it would sell out 100,000 at Wembley in an hour. And it's a fight that I think can happen for sure if I decide to come back and the deal's right and all the other shit. What
advice you give to Dubois against Usyk?
You'd knock him out, because I wouldn't say that, because it's in England and you know it's on his own show. So just do the best you can. That's it. Best you can. It hurt him before, the body shot put him down heavily. So maybe he can land that same.
Between Usyk and Dubois is the best of the best. We've got the 2 best heavyweights on the planet going head to head again. Now, then I'm a Usyk. I like Usyk also, but I like Dubois and I like everything he stands for, everything he represents, and the way that he carries himself. Tip Dubois to beat AJ, and at a point where the whole nation or a lot of people were picking AJ to win, I looked at Dubois and I thought to myself, you know what? He's a good all-rounder. He's got some good moves. He hits hard, jabs well, good stamina. You know, so there was a lot of tick boxes, and then I did the tick box on AJ, and Dubois came out on top.
Daniel Dubois beats Alexander Usyk.
How do you get to a point where you, besides the emotive connection with thinking that Daniel is in a better place than he was before, there's been no decline in Usyk, and we know we've got Krzyzak in the background leaving him as a promoter, but none of us think that's going to really affect Usyk. I've described Daniel Dubois as an irresistible force that might just be coming up against the immovable object. How do you reach the point where you are aligning upon Daniel Dubois beating Usyk? And we've been wrong every time we put against Usyk, it's gone the other way.
I was going to say, firstly, do not agree with me, because you do get their ones wrong.
I do agree with you, by the way.
Oh, you do?
I think that's because I want it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, look.
So you're both picking Dubois?
No, yeah, absolutely. So I know Daniel Dubois. I see him work from day to day. I know what they're working on tactically. Go back to 2023 when Dubois lost to Alexander Usyk, and you say, all right, yeah, look, they seem quite far apart there. He had his moments, Daniel, but Usyk was sort of leagues above him then. Alexander Usyk has not got better since then. There's a lot of miles on the clock since then. There's no sign of deterioration. But what I'm saying is Daniel Dubois is a different character, a different animal from then.
You're saying that Usyk has not got better since fighting Daniel Dubois?
Yeah,
even though he's dealt with Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. That doesn't mean he's improved. I think the 2 fights
got worse either, does it?
No. The 2 fights with Fury. I'm just doing this. It's a calculated gamble. I think the 2 fights with Fury would have put some miles on the clock with Usyk, and Daniel Dubois, since the Usyk loss, has improved dramatically. And I mean dramatically, not just physically, mentally.
But anyway, I think it's a very good fight. It's a very good fight because obviously they met before. Obviously, you just have to see what Dubois turned up and what Usyk turned up. Obviously Usyk's very consistent. Usyk's very, very consistent. Dubois has been consistent, but he's had some inconsistency in his career as well. You know what I mean? Obviously the 2 ones that stick out is against Usyk and against Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? But obviously, but Usyk has always been consistent. These fights he's been hurt, fights he's been, wobbled and stuff, and he's such a consistent professional. You know what I mean? But Dubois has got power and he's got confidence, and right now he's flying high at the minute, so it's hard to pick a winner right now.
Dubois insists it was a legal blow and believes he was robbed of a career-defining victory. This time he's coming in better prepared, physically, mentally, and emotionally. He's got the home crowd behind him, momentum from big wins, and a renewed sense of purpose. But don't count out Usyk. The undefeated Ukrainian is a master technician. He's outboxed bigger, stronger men and made legends look ordinary. He's calm, calculated, and dangerous. And at 38, he's fighting not just to win, but to prove that age is just a number.
You're so close to your dream, of winning the championship of the world. It could be Usyk, it could be Daniel Dubois. Is there anyone you prefer? Is there an easier fight, or do you?
Whatever fight's available, Usyk and Dubois are fighting, so whoever's next on the list, whoever's the next best on the list, I'll fight. And then just keep going down the list until I can find someone I can fight.
Okay. Who do you see as the more dangerous opponent, though? Usyk or Dubois?
I believe Usyk. I believe Usyk is a great fighter. Dubois is a changed fighter from his first fight. But then this is why we had the rematch, to see whether Dubois can overcome what he got stopped with a jab. And he did. A lot of people were also questioning the body shot. I think it was a low blow.
Derek, in regards to yourself, are you going to just sit back and see what happens with Dubois and Usyk first?
Yes, because I want to sit down and watch it. So, give a shout out to Daniel. Good luck anyway. You'll be fighting a guy who's very on point.
He's got a chart, he's got a massive shot, but how do you bet against someone who's never lost, who doesn't know what it's like to lose? But I think if there's ever a chance for Dubois to beat someone like Usyk, it's now with the momentum he's got, at home, he's got everything in his favour, and Usyk has got nothing to gain really, because he's already beat, but he done the same thing with Tyson Fury and AJ, gave them both rematches and done it better the second time round. So I'm really intrigued in this fight, and everyone's going to be behind Daniel Dubois. He's a great guy, straight down the line, but he's fighting a wizard. He's fighting someone who doesn't know what it's like to lose, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get another Usyk victory, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Usyk starts showing signs of age, hard training camps, all those amateur fights, world championships, the WSBs. He's done so much, so many rounds on the clock, so many miles on the clock. I
think Dubois is going to beat him. That's my early prediction. I know a lot of people will obviously fancy Usyk, and rightfully so. And as much as I like Dubois and think he's getting better and all the rest of it, I'd like to see Usyk win. I think Usyk's a great fella and a great fighter, but I think Dubois...
AJ next, you think both of them coming off losses? It's the fight we always wanted to see as domestic boxing fans.
Yeah, I suppose that fight is right there, and everybody still wants to see it. But to be honest, we've still got Daniel Dubois, and I was sat next to Daniel Dubois.
Triple D, baby.
Triple D, baby, all day, every day. Let me just tell you this. In my eyes, for me, he's the only one. Triple D is the only one, Daniel Dubois is the only one that's ever hurt Usyk and put him down on the floor, made him think. And he was down there for like 3-4 minutes. So who's to say that once he fights Usyk again, to go out there and absolutely destroy him and bring our belts back to our country like he's supposed to.
Boxing legends are divided. Some see Dubois as a rising force ready to take over. Others say Usyk's experience and ring IQ will once again carry him to victory. This fight could go either way. Will Dubois land that shot again, this time clean, and shake up the heavyweight division? Or will Usyk remind us all why he's still the king? Let us know who you're backing, Team Usyk or Team Dubois. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready because July's going out with a bang.